Hi guys, and welcome back to RRC, and we're carrying on with the build of the Tamiya Volvo timber truck, the FH16. So in our last video, just to summarize, we were on page 23. We did section 49, which was the cab plate and the seating plate and the MFC plate. So we have still got a little bit to do on that. So then section E goes on page 24, section 50, and well, that's all section 50, all this. So basically it's, if you weren't fitting an MFC, you would fit just a normal speed controller there with your receiver. But if you are fitting the MFC, then you'll be fitting the MFC itself, the vibration motor, onto the plate, and then all your wiring, it's showing you on the MFC there where each of your lights go and various other auxiliary attachments that you may be using. And this is just the layout of what it will look like. So your receiver will be there, the MFC will be at the back, vibration motor will be there, and that's just showing you where the actual controller is, which is underneath the tank, which is a very silly place in my opinion. It'll be really difficult to get at that when this truck's fully built. So if we turn it over here now, you will put the battery in, and then you'll do your final adjustments to your steering and your gear shift to make sure that is, you know, as perfect as you can get it. I've done that, so I know that's all okay. But I will be mounting a battery in there, because getting a battery into this thing when it's built is going to be a bit of a challenge due to its size and weight, so we'll do that. So this here, this last page is page 26, 51 to 52 is the end of section E. Now, so the next section, which is F, is more of building up the cab, getting it painted, all the mirrors painted, and all the little stuff that you have to do, the windscreens and all the rest of it. I won't be moving on to this section just yet, guys, because I've got the paint ordered for this. The paint I'm using is what Tamiya suggests, is TS40. I think it's a metallic black. So that's what I'm going to be doing for that, but I can't start that yet in this video. What I'm going to be doing is just page 24, and then, which is getting the MFC in place. Now the only thing I won't be doing, I'm not going to be putting the vibration motor in it. I'm not using the vibration motors now, guys, on any new builds. I just think the vibration is just too violent. Yes, you can turn it down, but still, I think it just shakes the truck to bits, to be honest with you. So I'm not going to be putting that in on this. So as I say, I'm going to go get all that done, mounted in place, give you an overview of it, get the battery in, and then the next section will be this, starting to get the cab prepared for paint, and I will video that getting done, do a video on that, the mirrors masking off, and all the little tricky bits that are very fiddly. So let's get on with it. There's a battery in there. I'm gonna get some lumen tape on these running lights here just to tidy that up it's been so warm here in the UK. Literally this, I don't know whether it's this batch of aluminum tape that I've got, but it's starting to peel off, but I think it's just got something to do with it being so warm. I just think putting this on the wiring really does help to conceal it, and just tidies the whole thing up. So the next thing is to put some of this sticky tape or double-sided tape on here, and that will be for the MFC2 stick 2. I'm going to leave these slack for now, guys, because there is another section that goes on here, similar to the tipper truck, so it's like a second chassis. So these cables will go within that. Get them roughly where it might be going, but we'll see, because these literally here only just reach. So you see how that ends up. So we just get all these little cable clips which are self-adhesive. And just fit it inside of the chassis there and bend it over. These ones here, that just keeps it tidy in there. Could get a cable tie around that one. Right, let's get the MFC mounted there. Before I do that, let's get them controller wires where they're going to need to be going. I'm just going to leave them sort of floating around there till I see how this second section of chassis fits in, and where if the wires can be routed a bit better. I may even do away with that white cable tie there, but we'll see. Just so as long as you've got the wires in the general area where they need to be, and depending how fussy you are with wiring, you can always work on tying them up. So we know we've got them there out the way. Okay, let's get the MFC. Well, what you'll get the MFC comes with a whole other host of wiring. So this, oops, get it around the right way. Oh, I did have it around the right way. So this is the GT Power Pro container truck lighting and voice vibration system. Very similar to the Tamiya MFC 01 or 03, only this comes with Bluetooth connectivity, and that's what I like about it, because rather than setting up, I suppose it's a bit of a cheat really, but rather than setting up the controller to do it all off the sticks and remembering where it goes, and yes, you can get the stick gates that go in there, I know that, but I just prefer to be able to go on the phone and then set up how I want the lights to come on within the app, and then save it to this model. So that's going to be going there like so on the back, and I think it's actually a lot neater than the Tamiya MFC, a lot more streamlined, and you've also got an update port. I've never actually done it, but I might actually give it a go and see what that's all about, by making sure you've got the correct firmware in there and any updates that they may have brought out. May have a look at that at some time in the future and do a video on that. So that's where that's going to go on there. And then you've got your servo inputs down the side here, channels 1 to 4, yeah. So they'll let you see your steering, your gear change. I think 3 is not used on this, so you'll have your servo inputs in there, and then your outputs come out of here and go to your receiver, and then that's your vibration input, which I'm not going to be using, and that's your speaker output there. Then you have your battery input and motor output, and these are all your lights plugs there. I think one is for your container switch, and what that is if this had a fifth wheel on it, when you back up to a trailer and it snaps in, the little switch in the fifth wheel will trigger this to make a coupling sound, a clanking sound. Best way I can describe it really. So that's about it for that. So we'll get this mounted on here. I need to turn this slightly. It's got a bit of weight to it now. Just to make sure, I'll use the outline of it, just to give me a guide of where it should be sitting. It's looking like it should just be to the outside of that seat and to the inside of that one, so it should be something like that. You can see that, guys. 1 second, I'll try and get you a better view. Okay. That's that on there, guys. I'm not going to plug these in yet because I need to know exactly where they need to be when the rest of the section's on. We can feed the motor wires under there. Like so. And then try and get this back in. So them cable management bobbins there, you just go round them in a figure of 8 and then plug your motor in. But if you're going to be doing anything with the motor side of it, you're connecting your radio up, always disconnect one of them just in case you foul anything. I know I'm not going to be doing anything with the motor as yet, so just to keep them out the way, just connect them up. So that's that there, guys, that's done. The battery wire will route down into the connector there, but that's at a later stage. So what I'm going to do is tie these up until they're ready to be connected to the receiver. Okay, apart from that one, you just float there a bit. So just a bit of a summary again. We've sort of got the wiring in to where it's going to generally need to be. We've got the MFC mounted and the motor wires in. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.